First love yourself before anyone else. First love yourself by Trinisha Cottrell.
Hi, lovelies. I'm Trinisha Cottrell, and welcome to First Love Yourself, where we focus on Christ, self-love, self-care, and healing. Today, we're going to talk about the stages of heartbreak. But before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and grab a pen and paper and get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Okay, so a lot of the times we hear people talking about, this is how I felt when I was heartbroken, or they'll say how I've been so heartbroken, but they don't know what to call it. So let's talk about the recipe for heartbreak. Like, what is it exactly that happens when you are heartbroken, and how do we navigate through it so that we can get healed in the right way? So I have 5 stages here. So the first stage is regret for what they did or what you did. First thing you'll start doing is beating yourself up. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this person did this to me. I can't believe they treated me like this. I can't believe that it didn't work out. I can't. We'll start to reminisce and think about all of these things, all of the regret of how I wish I would have known sooner. But let me tell you something. There's some things that you don't know until you know. Like, you just won't know until you know. And we beat ourselves up so bad because we feel like we should know everything. If you knew everything, there wouldn't be a reason for you to continue to keep on growing and learning and expanding and becoming a better and better person every single day. You're going through life and you're learning and you're failing and growing and learning because there's more for you to know. Even a genius doesn't know everything. They might know a lot of information about the encyclopedia or the dictionary of all of these vocabulary terms and terminologies. But when it comes to relationships, they may not know anything. They may not know how to be in a relationship or to find a suitor. I don't know why suitor came to my mind, but okay. That's the word we're going to use today. And it's always something that each person doesn't know. And so, one of the things that I want you to do while you are thinking about all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas is now you know. So, now that you know, what do you want to do with that information? Because until you know better, you can't do better until you know better. So, a lot of the times we'll say, "Oh man, it's all my fault." Or if you got them people that's real harsh on you, they will tell you how unsmart you are, but you are very smart. You are very beautiful. You are very competent in every area of your life. And I don't want you to allow any person to come into your life and make you feel like you are not the person that you are. You're everything that you need to be, and everything is going to be fine. The second thing we do is betrayal. You feel betrayed for trusting that person in the first place. You start beating yourself up. You're like, oh, I cannot believe. Like, that this person did this to me. I can't believe this is happening in my life. Oh my gosh, I can't believe these things. And I just feel so hurt, so betrayed. My heart is broken. And I'm here to tell you that the heartbreak is not going to last forever. I know that moment feels like it's going to be a forever thing. Like, you always going to feel sad. You're always going to feel hurt. You're always going to feel betrayed. But you are not. This is just a moment in your life. It's okay to feel that way right now, but after you feel that way and you cry and you scream into your pillow and you write down all the things that you wish would have happened or whatever else is happening in your mind, I need you to let it go. I did this technique in this group that I'm a part of, where we wrote down all of the bad things that we could possibly think of, any doubt, anything, any betrayal, any hurt, any pain, and we tore it into pieces and then lit it. Like, we burned it in like a fire pit or some kind of safe environment, please, in a safe environment. And we let it go. We were letting go of all of the things that were holding us back in the past. And that's what I suggest that you do in this moment for the betrayal. You feel betrayed because you had this idea of the person that you wanted them to be, but it's okay to let it go because you deserve better. The third thing is anger. Oof, oof, oof. You get angry at yourself for even considering trusting him or her. Like, how could I allow myself to even trust them in the first place? Like, especially if the breakup or the heartbreak happened after something that was hurtful or distrustful or not trustworthy in the first place, you start to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm mad about everything. I just can't even understand. I'm never gonna let anybody get close to me ever again because the last time I did it, this happened. But listen, you cannot allow a heartbreak or someone else's characteristic traits or core values or the type of person that this other person is block you from the person that God has for you in your life. And that is exactly what you will do if you walk around with the stank face, if you walk around with all the attitude, or you look disheveled or angry all the time. That anger that you're holding inside of you, that resentment, that nastiness is not going to benefit you in your life. It's not going to benefit you or the other people. If you really want to be the best version of you, even during this heartbreak season, you really have to let that anger go. Like, I know it made you mad. I know it upset you. I know it probably didn't feel the best. But I promise you, everything is going to be okay. Like, I know sometimes you get that blurred vision. You just can't think straight. It's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I was thinking. But listen, you are beautiful and smart and intelligent and capable, and you are worthy. I don't think you understand that, because if you did, I don't think you would allow any type of personality trait that is not your core values to be a part of your life. You deserve so much more than the anger that you're feeling right now. And the only way that you'll be able to get it is if you let it go. You have to let it go. It's okay. I know it sucks. It really does suck. Being heartbroken is not a great feeling. And now that you're heartbroken, use it for something beneficial. When God touched my heart, He allowed me to use my heartbreak for first love yourself. This business was started from heartbreak because I had to learn to love myself. And I know people say that, they say it so casually and so harshly. Like, oh, you just don't love yourself. No, I'm telling you that you should love yourself because you deserve it. Not because I'm trying to be snood or because I'm trying to stand on some kind of high pedestal looking down at somebody, but because I truly believe that every person watching this video, any person, like, I want everybody to be happy, and you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to love yourself. Not just because it's a smart alecky remark and because it's a colloquialism that a lot of people are using, but because you truly deserve to love yourself, because you deserve love. You do deserve to be happy, and you will be happy. The next thing is sadness. Oof, the tears that you cry, you miss their presence because you forgot all the bad times. It's so weird, and they say like the brain is always trying to protect you. And so when you're going through heartache, when you're going through pain, when you go through something tragic, then the brain always tries to remind you of good things because it's trying to protect you from other things because it doesn't like being uncomfortable. And it's okay to be sad for a moment. It's okay to feel all the feelings because God gave us emotions to emote. He didn't give it to us for us to be a robot. It's okay to feel sad for a moment, but do not live there. Do not allow a placehold for the adversary, because you deserve so much better than that. That sadness that you're feeling is just a moment. After you cry, I mean, cry as much as you want to. People won't say that in these videos. They'll just be like, oh yeah, just keep it moving. No, you need to feel all the feels. Like, in this moment, go ahead and bawl your eyes out. I mean, like Viola Davis cry with the and everything. Like, do all the things. Get it out. Because the worst thing that you could do in this moment is to try to bottle it in and then think that you're going to be able to move on. Because the next time you get with somebody else, they're going to say something about fruit, and that was Tom's favorite food or favorite fruit was an orange. Now every time you're on a date or something with a guy and he's got like some kind of orange creme brulee or something, you're like, oh my gosh, Tom. Like, no, you got to cry right now because you don't want to have that moment in the future. Like, you don't want to set yourself up like that. So you really got to just feel all the feelings. Like, cry, let it out, like, ugly cry. I mean, I don't want to say that word because I don't believe anybody's that, but, just go ahead, just make all the weird faces when you cry. let the mascara run down your cheeks, all the things. And after you finish crying, let it go. After you finish crying, like, you cry as much as you need to, and then you let it go. There will be moments, I'm not going to lie to you, where you will feel something, but it will just be temporary. It does not mean that that's the person for you. It does not mean that they were the one that got away. If they were the one, they would understand and see your value for who you are, the incredible, amazing person that you are. And I'm not saying that we are perfect. We all have something that we can work on. But know that even if I had one friend one time that said something like, but I messed up, I did all these things wrong. Okay, that's a learning experience for you. And there will be plenty of guys that will see your value in the future. Even if this guy was a great guy, you are a great woman. Even if you made a mistake, it's okay. You learn from it. And then when God sends another person into your life, you can be the best version of you with them. You don't have to, that person doesn't have to get this new version of you. They didn't accept you when you weren't the best version of you, so why do they deserve a better version of you? I heard that somewhere. That's not me. That's somebody else. Seriously, you deserve all the happiness, all the greatness, all the things that God has for you in your life, and you really have to know that, so that every person that comes into your life knows that nothing below that is acceptable. When you believe it, when you see it, when you know it, other people will know just like that. You will not have to repeatedly say anything. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to get loud. All you have to do is just be the best version of yourself and live your life. Be happy. Enjoy your life. Be grateful and thankful for all the things that God has already given you, and He will give you so much more. You won't have to prove anything to anyone. You are enough. And the last thing is happiness. Oof. I used to hear this saying all the time when I was in a unhealthy relationship. They would say, you could do bad all by yourself. Oh my gosh, I got so sick of hearing that. And if you're like me, you get sick and tired of people saying that, which is why I like to say you could do better by yourself. I used to be such a rebel, like have this whole like rebel-esque attitude where I would just try to prove a point. And so people would be like, you can do bad all by yourself. And I'd be like, I'm going to do bad with or without him. I might as well be with this person, right? Like, that was my logic in my head and my immaturity. And so, oh my gosh, even just thinking about it just makes me like, ugh, it's cringy a little, you know? And as my daughter says, cringy. And so, so cringe. And so, when you are going through your life, when you are in the stage of happiness, I think you should really understand that you can do better by yourself. You can have joy in your life. You can have peace in your life. You can have a moment of just loving yourself in your life. And a lot of the times when people in the past would say, oh yeah, just be single. It's great being single. I'd be like, says a person that can't find somebody. And no, I don't mean no offense when I say that, but it's always the person who it struggles to meet people or don't get asked out a lot, or sometimes it might be people that's getting asked out all the time. I don't know their life, right? But in my head, that's what I was thinking. Like, of course, it's easy to say that when ain't nobody asking you out, right? Or you don't have the choice to be with somebody. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with being single. You can enjoy and be happy in the life that you have. You really can. And the way that you do it is you think of all the things that made you happy as a child. You think of all the things that made you happy growing up. You think of all the things that you enjoy doing now. Like, what is the thing that makes you the happiest? Sorry, it must be the room. Like, do you enjoy skating? Do you enjoy going for walks, hiking, traveling, whatever your thing is? If you enjoy doing those things in a safe environment, go find a way to do it safely. Go do the thing that you love to do. If you love working out at the gym, don't overdo it. But go find a class, find a community, meet new people, like go out and really learn things. Learn how to build new friendships in a safe environment. I have to keep saying that because there's gonna be that person that goes on this site, this weird site, and tries to meet people, and it's like, listen, be safe. Please protect yourself because it's, it can be dangerous, and so you have to really be mindful, be vigilant, be make sure that you use discernment, and like go to places that, of course, is like a public place, a place where people are, it seems like a good environment. You want to make sure that you protect yourself when you are going out doing these things and enjoy your life. You will be surprised how much you learn about yourself just by doing that. You'll be surprised how much fun you have being by yourself. And I had so much fun being by myself. I was like, I don't never want to be with nobody. And then God was telling me, no, eventually you're going to be with somebody. So I need you to learn, study yourself, study your flaws, your weaknesses, the things that you have to work on. Learn how to be more emotionally intelligent, become a better person, so that when you do meet this person, when I bring this person into your life, you can be better. And do not rush the process. I was always trying to rush God. God, I want to hurry up. Like at first, I didn't want nothing to do with it. Then when God changed my mindset, I just only thing I could think of is, okay, God, now you done got me wanting to be in a relationship. When is it going to happen? And you know how God works. He takes his time. So everything happens on God's time, not on our time. So although it feels like God is taking forever, he's doing it because we need the time. Like I really needed the time preparing for a relationship because there's still things to this day that I still have to work on, and you'll never be perfect, but you will always be in progress. So if you want to be in progress, if you want to try to be better, then learn the things that you do like, you actually like in a person. Like learn your hardcore hard stop no's. Like I'm absolutely not okay with this 100%. Not like a, oh, but he's cute, so I'm gonna change my mind and just go ahead and accept him anyways, even though I know I'm not okay with this. Because the thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna be in a relationship with him, and a year down the line, you're gonna try to change him from doing the thing that you know that he likes to do in the first place that you can't stand. And then when you get married, it's gonna be multiplied by 3 or by 10, and it's gonna be so annoying that you're gonna be wondering why you even decided to sacrifice it just for someone that was attractive. You really have to do some deep work and be real with yourself. Don't just say, oh no, I'm good if you're not good. If you're not good, take it to God. God, I'm not good. Help me in this moment. If you are struggling with something, God, I thought I was good with this, but I still struggle with this thing, and God will help you. You have to really learn yourself, like really, really learn yourself, and enjoy it. Live every day, waking up in the morning grateful and thankful for another day. Really think of like the feel of the sheets on your bed, and the satin pillowcase, and the silk pajamas or whatever your thing is. Really think about in the morning when you splash the water on your face and say affirmations in the morning of how beautiful and smart and intelligent you are. You have to keep speaking life into yourself because you have to deprogram yourself from all of the feelings that you feel, like feeling all the feels. And every time you speak life into yourself, every time you learn something else through a new book or through an adventure in your life, it will make you feel more and more confident. And you will start to really, truly love yourself. So trust the God. Know that God got you. And you got this. And remember to love yourself. Bye.